Today I'll be doing Moon opposite Uranus. It's a very, I don't know, it's not an easy aspect to have. For one, in childhood, it might have indicated a very unstable family life, like you might have moved around a lot, or there might have been violence in the home, or with it being with the moon, maybe erratic behaviors of the mother. Maybe it was more unstable with the mother. It can cause manifestations of very high strung emotional life. I've seen this. I don't have it personally in my chart, but my best friend has it. And I've noticed with her, she can be completely obsessed with someone in one moment, wanting security, wanting to be clingy. And then the next minute, she's like, I want freedom. I got to go now. I got to do this. And you can see the differences where the moon kicks in and wanting that security, and then Uranus kicks in and he just wants to do something erratic right then, right there, not thinking about the consequences, just do it. And depends on what house it falls in, it's going to change the behavior of that moon opposite Uranus. If it falls in the eighth house, you're going to glorify people and friends and like big groups of people, like anybody that you can find. You're going to glorify those people, that those are going to be people that you find most appealing because it's the 11th house. And when you get or have this opposition, of course it's an opposition, it's going to cause trouble, it's going to go back and forth for the simple reason, on one hand you want security, on the other hand you want freedom, and it's kind of a pulley back and forth. Like one minute you're like super clingy, the next minute, you're riding motorcycles, going to biker bars, which is nothing wrong with that because I actually, I kind of like them. But what I'm saying is, um, it's very erratic behavior. I mean, it's spur of the moment. You never know what you're going to do, where you're going to do it. Like a spur of the moment, your boyfriend calls and he's not necessarily the best person for you. He could call and say, hey, we need to go to Tampa or to Jacksonville, and say you live 2 hours away. Automatically, that moon opposition Uranus kicks in and says, I want security, but I also want fun and freedom. Let me go to Tampa or Jacksonville, or these big cities, wherever like your mate or the mate that you want is, because you're already used to that erratic behavior from childhood. It doesn't affect you as much. Well, it does, and it affects your relationships. It can make people think that you feel that they can think that you're like really unstable because, and if you put it in a negative aspect, it can make you like super violent over the littlest thing because you get super emotional. I mean, you could get like super clingy, super emotional, and blow up on people. That's the negative aspect. But on the positive aspect, I mean, you could bring, the qualities of the moon and the nurturing and the want to be around somebody and the caring and the love. And then with Uranus, you could be spontaneous. I mean, there's always a positive and a negative. And I try to like bring both sides of an aspect to the table. I just don't like to leave it just, oh, let's just hear the positive. No, I like to show both sides of the opposition or whatever aspect or whatever video I'm talking on. I want to show both sides of it. Uh, the moon is rootiness in the past, and Uranus is tomorrow, the future. It's also the higher level of Mercury, also, so it's very communicative. They're looking for somebody who's very sensitive, but also very intelligent at the same time, that could teach them something. That's also something to look at. There's endless possibilities for change. Like if you find a partner that enjoys this, I mean, it's not that bad of an aspect. I mean, it's not going to run 24/7 all the time. But most of the time, I'm not saying all, I'm just saying a good majority, that these people have high anxiety. They had a traumatic childhood, feelings of not feeling safe, because Uranus and the moon, it takes that comfort level away. And they get they get accustomed to all that sudden changes of Uranus. And they're trying to find something that's solid and stable. That's why the moon tries to anchor people and gets them clingy, tries to anchor them. Why Uranus is like, forget clingy, forget anchored. We're going, we're moving, we're changing, and have to have something different. So, and these people are not afraid to stand out either. They're very open, they're very kind, they're very good people, but you just have to look, well, I'm not saying necessarily look past it, but what I'm saying is everyone in their chart has an aspect that they're not happy with, or it's not the best one. But in fact, that aspect that you may not be happy with, it makes your personality. There's something about it that it just, if you didn't have that aspect, you wouldn't be you. And that's the way I look at it. You chose your chart. If you believe in that kind of stuff, you chose your chart before you even came here. You chose pretty much your aspects too, if you think about it. You chose your aspects. You changed the life that you was going to have. You have free will to change it. And just ride with it. Life is about having fun and enjoying itself. And, you know, don't get caught up in the small details. Just go with it. Be like Uranus. Just go with it for a little while. You know, if you have moon opposite Uranus, I mean, you're already used to change. Instead of fighting it, just go with it sometimes. I mean, of course, don't make bad decisions or anything like that. But I mean, if it's something that you could learn from or, maybe enjoy, I mean, what's the harm in it? You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not putting anybody else out, you're not hurting anyone, go enjoy life. Take this opposition and turn it into something good rather than something bad. And please like, share, and subscribe. I like to say I'm sorry. I'm still recovering from surgery. Um, currently not feeling well, but I'm going to start putting up videos more often. And I like to thank all my subscribers and everybody that tunes in. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. And I'd like to say thank you for everything. Goodbye.